I've often heard people say that, when a person has a child, you don't get a manual with your children. Then I've often heard people on the other um, side of the argument say, but no, that's not true because God gave us the Bible, and they say Bible stands for basic instructions before leaving earth. And if you read the Bible, there are things in there that you can learn that'll help you raise your child. And as a parent and as somebody who works with, counseling and mentoring kids and people, one of the hardest things that I've learned is, well, two. One is we don't want people to suffer. We don't want them to have to go through adverse situations, but the reality is adverse situations are needed. And the second part is it's so important to make sure that people learn how to take accountability for their actions. That will be the first step of recovery, like, admitting one that I need help, but also just realizing, I have gotten myself in that situation and not deflecting and not putting it off on somebody else and blaming and accusing the other person and building up resentment, but just owning it. And so those are two things that I've kind of learned and I'm just pondering on is one, we want to protect our loved ones. We want to protect our children, our family members, our parents, spouses, siblings. But sometimes the hardest part is letting people go through the really, really difficult times, right? I've often heard that you've got to let somebody hit rock bottom. We always want to step in and save the day. And even if a person is like from a different religion and they don't follow like how you see the world, just know at the end of the day, it's not your job always to try to step in and be the savior. God will be there for them. The creator of all that exists will be there. If you feel like you can help, then I guess you help. But then there's some things that are just outside of your control, and you got to trust. You got to trust God, and you got to be patient. You got to wait. So again, suffering is a part of life. As much as we don't want people to go through the rough times, the reality is sometimes, and the truth is, they need it. And the second part is, hopefully when we go through these difficult times, we can take accountability for it, and it'll help us in the long run. Peace.